KMAC is a proud corporate partner of Texas Tech Athletics. Today, it's Texas Tech and Iowa State. And now, with all the pregame analysis from the best, this is KMAC Red Raider Nation's Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by Terry County Tractor.
Good morning and welcome into Red Raider Nation's Countdown to Kickoff. Texas Tech and Iowa State kicking off at 2:30 later today, right here on KMAC. Red Raiders trying to end that 4-game skid in the series with the Cyclones.
Yeah, and trying to not start a 2-game skid against teams that lost or beat Oklahoma the week before.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thanks for bringing that up so early. All right, coming up.
Why would you be against that, huh?
What impresses the Texas Tech coaching staff about the Cyclones quarterback Brock Purdy? We'll tell you coming up.
Also ahead, he's not the only weapon in that backfield as we take a closer look at running back BREECE Hall.
And later, Ryan Hyatt brings us his final call ahead of the Red Raiders and Cyclones. First, though, we start with what unfortunately has been the storyline for quite some time, it seems like, here on Countdown to Kickoff.
You actually have it saved in the rundown, just ready to go.
Just the script ready to go. For the 3rd straight year, Alan Bowman knocked out of a game with an injury. The redshirt sophomore going down with what we found out afterwards was an ankle injury against Kansas State a week ago. Head coach Matt Wells saying earlier this week, though, there was no break and no fracture, and the Bowman was day-to-day. Now, if Bowman can't go later today, enter Henry Colombi, the Utah State transfer, showing over the weekend against the Wildcats. He was more than capable of running this Red Raider offense, completing 30 of 42 passes for 244 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also shows he could run the football if need be, finishing with 40 yards on 8 carries.
The cool thing about it is we didn't change our game plan. We kept rolling with it, and Henry handled a lot of stuff for the first time live at Texas Tech. As he got comfortable, his confidence grew, his production improved, and the guys around him started making plays.
Definitely you lean on what you kind of feel that Henry feels most comfortable with, that he's been more successful with. I mean, from our practice evaluations and those types of things. He's different in some ways as far as getting through progressions and then he kind of has a little bit more escapability, which he'll use that a little bit more than what Allen normally does.
A lot made, obviously, of that really solid play from Colombi, but another backup with a stellar game as well on Saturday. Xavier White broke off that huge 49-yard touchdown in the 3rd quarter, finished with 113 yards on just 12 carries. So all 3 of the Texas Tech running backs getting some carries on top of Sir Roderick Thompson. And on Saturday, White made the most of every one.
You know, he was going to be the second tailback. We made that decision this week for this game. I think we have talented tailbacks behind Sir Roderick. You really got hot, and then I think we rode him for a little bit. But Xavier did some nice stuff. He had some good vision stuff. He made a couple nice cuts, and you saw a little bit of the home run speed he had there at the end.
Just if I run hard, I mean, it'll open up other things, and that's exactly what I was doing. Just make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and finishing my runs, and if I do that, other things will open up for my team.
Yeah, so White coming off the best game at running back in his young career. I know it's early, but hey, it's still the best, right? Iowa State running back BREECE Hall still early in his career as well. The sophomore has rushed for more than 100 yards in each of the first 3 games this season. Big 12's leading rusher had 139 yards and 2 touchdowns in last week's win over Oklahoma. I don't know if we've mentioned that yet. The best game of his career so far happened to come last year in Lubbock when he ran for a career-high 183 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Cyclones' win over the Red Raiders.
BREECE is bigger. Quarantine treated him well, and he's got to be 15 pounds heavier. Doesn't look like he's lost a step. He's fast. He's got some home run speed. He's one of the better backs in this league, if not right there at the top. The guy is really good.
We have to create population to the ball carrier and eliminate those explosive plays that you saw. Like, again, I mean, he took one a big long run, you know, obviously running through tackles against Oklahoma the other night, and shows you what he's capable of doing.
And flanking Hall in that Iowa State backfield in what seems already like his 30th year in the Big 12 is junior quarterback Brock Purdy. He hasn't exactly put up the numbers through 3 games that many would have expected from a guy who threw for almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns in 2019. Regardless of that, maybe. Purdy has shown just how dynamic he can be as he continues the trend of tough dual-threat quarterbacks that the Red Raiders have to deal with to start conference play.
A quarterback that is experienced and I do think established in this league. He's won close games. He's got a lot of moxie. He's very accurate.
I tried to get him to walk on at Arizona State, so obviously I can't evaluate quarterbacks. Man, he is a great fit at Iowa State. He's very, very impressive in what he's done there, and he is just he never seems to get just scattered or out of control. He's just under control, avoids pressure. He just has really been very impressive.
Last time Texas Tech, and the only other time Texas Tech has taken on a ranked Iowa State team in this series, Cyclones won that one with a quarterback by the name of Seneca Wallace. Pretty good at elusive and impressive running quarterback, right?
Keith, don't be so hard on yourself. Your defensive coordinator. Just stick to that side of the ball and you'll be fine. No one cares if you can or can't recruit quarterbacks.
Yeah, you just need to stop this one this time.
Exactly.
All right, time for a break here on Countdown to Kickoff coming up. We'll have more on that Iowa State defense and their unique way of getting after the quarterback.
And then we break down this one as a whole with board games.